Hello and welcome on this new educational video from Xtreme Trader. This is Salah speaking. First of all, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and of course share the video. So today actually, my friends, I'm here offering to you a new strategy. Well, you cannot say really it's a new strategy. It's actually a tweak to the 20 pips a day strategy. However, the 20 pips a day, the problem with it is we are always opening the 4-hour time frame and then identifying the direction and then switching back to the 50-minute time frame to identify where exactly we can place our trade, either it's a sell or a buy. The only issue here is, since we are relying on the 4-hour time frame, it might take really a while to find the setups. I mean, sometimes you can actually open the market and you are checking the assets. Maybe none of them actually on a proper support or resistance levels, and therefore you have to wait few hours before you can open the next trade, and that actually consumes a lot of time. However, the new way now in the sniper strategy is actually we are relying on the 50-minute time frame alone. We don't need to switch to the bigger time frame. That's the good news. So again, I call this a strategy the sniper because we have to have actually an eagle eye to be able to identify the setups. You have to be really familiarized with the market. The beginners in the Forex might actually have some trouble to find the setups, but however, I'm sure within time and practice, they can actually find these setups. But however, for the, I would say medium range traders, most likely they will be able to find the setups easier than the beginners. And of course, for the professional traders, they will be able to spot it by their naked eyes. So, what are the strategy rules? How we can actually spot the setups, and what is the reason for opening the sell order here for the pound USD? All of that, of course, I will explain right now. So first of all, the rules of this strategy. Let me just now explain it to you. First of all, what we need to find, my friends, is a triangle, and we need to spot actually a ranging market inside of this triangle. And what we will do next simply is just waiting for the breakout to happen, and then we will trade the retesting of the level, which means we are going to place here a sell order if the market is going to make a bearish breakout from that support trend line. That's it? That's the strategy? It's all over YouTube, man. We know that. It's very old. Wait, there is more. There is more to this strategy. It's not that simple. It's not that easy. There is more to it. So again, what I was saying is we need to find a structure just like this one, for example. We need to find this triangle just like this one. And by the way, my friends, I am again on the 50-minute time frame only. Now, the reason to zoom out like this to the maximum, as you can see, I can zoom in and zoom out in the MetaTrader. The reason to zoom out like this is I really want to see the triangles right now. At the moment, I actually don't really need to see the price action. I will check this part later. However, for the meantime, we are just aiming to find the patterns of the triangles. So as you can see right here, right there, we're having, for example, a triangle. And the market has made indeed the bearish breakout from that triangle. And as you can see, it resumed the fall. So that kind of triangles we have to find. Let's practice more and try to find more and more triangles. Let me just go, for example, to the pound MZD. At the pound MZD, we can see right here that we had also a triangle, which has already been broken out from. Now, first of all, I want to go with you in this strategy step by step. So the first thing that we need to be able to do is spotting the triangles. So as you can see, I'm just doing it right in front of you. I had to zoom in here, for example, to be able to identify the triangle. And as you can see, we have spotted now one right there. Just like that. That is one example of the triangles that we want to identify. Let's find now the last example. Here, for example, we don't actually have a proper triangle. So therefore, we cannot really find any decent setup. Neither here or there. Pound USD, we're already in this trade, and I know it's going bad, but I'm sure hopefully it's gonna be in profit. Let me just see, for example, right there. Here, my friends, we're having a triangle, as you can see, like this and like that. Perfect. So this is one way to draw the triangle. As you can see, some of the candles are already outside of the triangle. I will explain this part. Now, the first thing that we need to focus right now, for example, this is, for example, right here is a valid setup. As we can see right now, the market actually has been trapped inside of this triangle, and now the market has made here the bearish breakout from it, and now it's retesting the level of this broken support trend line. Now we can actually place the sell order. Now, guys, pay attention. I'm on the demo account because I'm not that crazy to explain a new strategy on the live account. Now I'm on a demo account just to explain to you the strategy. So I don't want anyone to think that Salah is now rich and having $50,000 account. It's far from the truth. That is demo account, don't worry. Now, what is the rule number 2 in this strategy? Rule number 2 is, for placing the sell order right here, for example, we cannot just simply place the sell order just because we saw here the triangle and the market actually was ranging inside of that market and just made the bearish breakout and retesting the level. That's not enough. We have to confirm that on the left side at the same level where we are actually planning to place the sell order, there was indeed a strong real level of a resistance. It has to be a real level of the resistance. We are not looking for the fake breakouts. We only want the real level of the resistance. And that is the part where I have to explain to you how to identify the real levels of a resistance. Let me just now move to another chart so I can actually explain to you the real and the fake breakouts. Here we are having a good example. Check this out. Let me just zoom in more. Yes, here it is. For example, my friends, I want you to look at this pattern right here, or this structure. Now, look at this level right here. This level right here contains actually a real and a fake breakouts. A real attempt of a resistance and a fake breakouts. So again, right here we're having a real level of the resistance, and then we're having another real attempt of the resistance, and then we have here one fake breakout. So how to identify this? Usually, the real level of a support or a resistance always will have a wick or tail at the bottom. A wick on this candle, these wicks right here usually represents the real level of the resistance. Meanwhile, if you see, for example, a resistance consisting of just two bars next to each other, is like twin bars, usually that indicates for a fake breakout. For example, right here, as we can see, we're having these two bars. These two bars, my friends, represents a fake breakout. Meanwhile, the real level of the resistance was actually right here exactly, and that can be seen in the future when the market has indeed respected the same level of that resistance. Meanwhile, that level of a resistance, because it's a fake one, the market just simply ignored it and did not respect it. Let me just try to find another example just to make sure it's clear. For example, right there, right here. As you can see, my friends, so we're having here, because this support level consists of a pin bar or a tail. Look at that. We're having here multiple tails on these candles. These tails usually indicates for a real attempt of a support or a resistance. In this case, of course, it's a support. Then we have here these two candles, these two bars, which actually identified as a fake breakout. We have to be able to tell if this level is a fake or real one. And by the way, I have explained in a brief this in another video. Let me just show it to you. Alright, so here's my channel on YouTube, and all you need to do, my friends, is simply click here on the search button and just write real or false. Just write real, click enter, press enter, and here you'll find the first result. Forex, understand the real and false breakouts. This is a very informative video I have made 7 months ago, and look at that, the views 2,500 only. Outstanding views, amazing number. I mean, that video will really be so viral. It's all right, I know it's okay. The channel actually not getting that attention as it has used in the past. In the past, we used to get actually more than that, my friends. Let me just write here support to show you. For example, we have 13,000 views, 30,000 views, 50,000 views, 32,000, 30,000. These are the views that we had in the past. Unfortunately, now the channel is not getting that attention. I'm doing the best I can, of course, but however, it is what it is. Anyway, this video right here is gonna explain to you in a brief and actually 30 minutes to understand how to identify the real level of support and resistance and the fake breakouts. It's very important to understand this part. So I did the best I can to explain it in a brief in this video. Now let's go back to our trades right here. So for example, for the pound USD, we had right here a triangle, as we can see. Let me just show it to you. And by the way, that's one of the reasons why I'm calling this strategy the sniper, because it's really sometimes hard to find these triangles. So number one, actually, let me just make this one like this. Yeah, that's better. Now, as you can see, we're having the triangle, which has begun from this point, this lower high, all the way to this lower low, and from this lower low all the way to this higher low, just like that. So we have this triangle right here. Now the market has made here the bearish breakout from that level, and now we can see that on the left side we had this real level of the resistance. Now you might tell me, but Salah, you just said that this is a fake breakout. What's the story? The problem here is this right here was actually a fake breakout, and this was of course the real level of the resistance. And right here we can see the same level of the previous resistance has been respected and recently became also a real level of a resistance. Therefore this right here, my friends, was actually a real level of a resistance, and also right here we are having also another real attempt of the resistance. However, now since we have actually placed our trade right here, how can we identify the take profit and the stop loss? That's a big question. Since we have placed our trade right here, how can we tell where is the stop loss and the take profit levels? The answer is going to be in Fibonacci retracement, and that is the rule number 3 in this strategy. What you will do is simply go right here to click on Fibonacci retracement. What you will do right now, my friends, is you will connect the Fibonacci retracement from the beginning of the triangle to the end of it. From the highest level of the triangle to the absolute lowest level of it. So let's just proceed with it. Click right here on the Fibonacci retracement and just click and hold just like that. Fantastic. Now, what are the rules? The rules are you have to actually make sure that the stop loss is at the beginning of the Fibonacci retracement, which is usually 0 or 100, just like that. That is very simple. Now for the take profit level. The take profit level is gonna be, if you are selling, it's gonna be at 38.2 or 23.6. It's really up to you. I prefer always to be safe and select 38.2. And in general, we have to rely on the Fibonacci retracement to define the take profit level and the stop losses. In general, since I'm placing the sell order, the stop loss is going to be placed just right here at the highest level of the chart. Sorry, I mean, I dropped it. It's incorrect right there. Should be right there. That is the stop loss for my trade. It's going to be at the absolute beginning of the chart. Now, for the take profit level, it's going to be, as I said before, at 38.2 or 23.6. It's really up to you and your risk to reward ratio. So just like that. That's going to be the level where we can actually expect from the market to continue the fall to before it make any bullish reversal, or it might actually continue falling down. We really don't care as long as we are going to make a decent profit from this trade. As we can see right now, so far it's running in profit. Even for the Euro USD, it's also going in profit. Now for the Euro USD, let me just explain to you the setup that we have done right here. Very similar, of course, to the pound USD. We had right here the triangle. As you can see, this was the triangle, and that is of course where the market has been ranging inside of that triangle, and recently the market has made the bearish breakout, and right now it's retesting. You know something, the pen is so thick. Yeah, that's better. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't notice this one actually. Anyway, we're having here the beginning of the triangle and here the end of it. However, the market has been ranging inside of this triangle. Now, it's important to mention right here. Check this out, what I did right here. Right here, for example, my friends. As you can see, we're having many candles actually outside of the triangle. The reason is these are a fake attempts of a breakout. This was indeed the real level of the resistance. We had right here, since we're having here two candles, look like a twin candles. These are actually a fake breakouts, and right here the real level of the resistance. Now for the stop loss and take profit level, what we will do is simply draw a Fibonacci retracement from the beginning of the triangle to the end of it. just like that. Now our stop loss is gonna be placed just right there where we have already started the triangle. Now for the take profit level is gonna be placed just right there at 23.6, just like that. Now someone might tell me, but your stop loss is really bigger than the take profit level. Well, the answer is it's not gonna be same every time. For example, check the stop loss for the pound USD. For example, it's almost the same as of the take profit level. For the Euro USD, it's actually maybe like double, but however, that's what the setup is providing for us. Now, we have to understand, my friends, that every strategy has a winning ratio. In my opinion, this kind of a strategy has about, I would say, 75 to 85% winning ratio, which means don't ever think that if you have now seen this video and hit to apply it on your MetaTrader and found a setup, don't expect to be immediately in profit. Again, the strategy has a winning ratio, which means out of 10 trades, maybe 8 of them or 7 will work. 3 of them or 2 will fail. And you have to consider that this is, of course, Forex, and there is absolutely nothing guaranteed in this world. Another thing is we have to make sure that if our take profit and stop loss is just like this one, for example, in this scenario, the stop loss is actually bigger than the take profit level, then just reduce the lot size. Make sure that you have prepared for the losses. And if you really absolutely don't feel good about it, then there is nothing wrong to make the stop loss just exactly the same as of take profit level. The whole point of this is, since we are actually, let me just draw it here, since we are actually relying on the triangle, now since we're actually relying mainly on the bearish breakout, for example, and the retest, now you really don't want to keep the trade running till it reaches the highest level of the resistance, but that's actually where our stop loss are being placed. Now if the market is going to, for example, be able to reach that level of the resistance, then it means that this setup is no longer valid. Keep in mind, my friends, that we're actually looking for this kind of pattern. Like this. This is the triangle, and we are looking for a market has been ranging inside of this triangle. Now what's happening here is that the market will usually make what we call the explosion. Why? Because the market has actually reached the bottleneck of that triangle. It has reached a very narrow area, and the market has no place to go right now. It has to either shoot up or sink down. Therefore, we have to consider that if, for example, if we have placed here a buy order, and of course we have to wait for the retest, if the market has reversed exactly from this point and continue rising, wait for it to hit the take profit level, and hopefully it will do. However, if the market went actually against our direction right after the retesting of that level, if the market is going to continue falling, then that means that this breakout here right here was actually false one, and therefore there is absolutely no need to keep the trade running anymore. You really don't have to wait for the market to reach our stop loss. This was, of course, our stop loss since we are actually on a buy order. So the stop loss is going to be right here. But however, I'm telling you, you really don't have to wait for the market to reach the stop loss. If you have seen the market has made here a very strong bearish movement and already went back inside of the triangle and already left it, so this market is no more bullish at the moment. It's now going to be bearish. However, it's important to show you the examples, and therefore I'm going to wait for these 2 trades to expire, then I will show you what will gonna happen. So until then, let me know, please pause the recording, and I'll be back to you later to show you what will gonna happen with these 2 running trades. Oh, of course, sorry, I forgot to explain this on the Euro USD. We're having right here, my friends, the real level of the resistance, as you can see exactly where I have opened my trade. Let me just show it to you. So right now we can see right here that we're having actually a wicks at the top of these candles. Meanwhile, we can see right here the odd. I mean, this is right here. Actually, this is odd pattern, and that is right not exactly where the real level of the resistance is. As we can see right here, the market has indeed rose up again and instantly fall below that level of the resistance. And right now we can see right here a long wick actually at the top of this candle determines the real level of the resistance. Then we had, of course, here the major fake breakout, and later we had here the market has reversed exactly on that level of a resistance, and that was, of course, the real level of the resistance, and that is exactly where I have placed my sell order. Now again, it's really normal to see the candle going against your direction. That is normal. Don't actually expect from the market to give you profit instantly. It's gonna take a while to be in profit. That is normal. And again, right here, for example, for the pound USD, keep in mind something, my friends. I want to explain this because it's really important. So as you can see, we're having here this triangle. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's better. So we're having here this triangle. As you can see, this is the support trend line. And now, since we actually have placed our trade right here, now keep in mind something. This is an upper trend like this. And this triangle is heading up. Therefore, there is a chance for the candles to be ranging inside, outside of the triangle, just like that, and rising, and rising, and rising, before finally falls down. Are you getting my point? So we're having the triangle like this. Let me just make it in red color, so it's gonna be clear. Pink is fine. So we're having here the triangle, and right here, we're having the market actually ranging inside of this triangle. Now, 1 second. Let me just make sure, just like that. Yes, okay. So we need to expand it. All right. Now we can actually expect from the market to fall again like this, and then it's gonna rise, retesting that level. And here exactly we are going to start shorting, but only after confirming that on the left side we had actually a real level of a resistance. Number two, as you can see, this actually is going up. This triangle is actually going up. That being said, you can actually expect from the market to be ranging and rising, just like that, and like that, and like that, before finally gonna be in profit. That is exactly what's happening right now with the pound USD. The market is actually trying, so you can say that this is like a boundary to the market, and the market actually trying really to break out from that level, or actually to get back inside of this triangle. But the sellers are actually pushing the market, and most likely after the bearish breakout happened right here, the market will continue the fall. Of course, we are just hoping for this to happen. There is absolutely nothing guaranteed. Is there any chance that both of these trades might fail? Absolutely yes, they might fail. That's a possibility. I'm not saying that this is a 100% winning strategy, but however, it's actually a very powerful and effective one. Anyway, let me know, please pause the recording, and I'll be back to you later to show you what will gonna happen with these two trades. And as you can see, my friends, both of the trades right now are going in a good profit. As you can see right now, Euro USD has reversed, but keep in mind something. It has reversed exactly as I told you what will happen. Right here, the market kept rising. I mean, 1 second. I mean, this should be darker. Yeah, that's that, like that. Now, as you can see, my friends, the market kept rising and rising and rising, and almost exceeded the edge of the triangle before finally falls and now gives us profits. Same happened, of course, to the pound USD as well. As you can see right here. You can, for example, place your trade right here, and you will see the market actually trying to rise again over and over and over before finally reverses upon the pressure from the real resistance. Now, I have to show you example of setups which you should avoid actually. I noticed here, for example, the USD-CHF. Now, I don't want you actually to just search for triangles and just trade the breakouts. This is so outdated. This is not what we are looking for. Some members might actually think that all I need to do is just find here a triangle, and the market was ranging inside of it, made the breakout, and then I will just wait for the retest, and then I'm going to place a sell order. Fantastic! That's the last strategy. That's a sniper. Wrong. That's wrong. For example, right here, for example, we are having the USD-CHF. The USD-CHF, my friends, shows us here a very interesting setup. We're having here a triangle, as you can see. And the market right now is indeed retesting that level. So this was the breakout from that triangle, and right here the market is rising. Now the problem, this setup is really invalid. The reason is on the left side, we don't have any resistance level. There is absolutely not a single strong real level of a resistance in the horizon. Check this out. If we look, even zoom out to the maximum, and if we check the history, check this out. Not a single strong real level of a resistance. It's only a support, or just the market was ranging inside of it. Therefore, this setup right here is completely invalid. You have to consider, my friends, that there must be, if you are planning to place a sell order, there must be a real level of a resistance in the horizon right here on the left side. And of course, vice versa. If you are planning to buy, there must be a strong real level of a support on the left, and should be, of course, exactly on the same level where you are planning to place your buy or sell orders. Now, of course, this video was just to explain the strategy and the basic of it. And of course, later this week or the next week, I will make few live trading videos using this strategy. Let me just tell you, actually, I have been trading in this style for the last year. I'm actually not using the 4-hour time frame plus the 50-minute time frame at all. Right now, actually, I switched to this kind of trading, and I found it very profitable, and that's why I decided that I want to share with you my experience. And of course, keep in mind that to be able to succeed in this strategy, you have to use a good Forex broker such as IC Markets. Everybody knows that I'm using IC Markets and I'm promoting it, and I would actually appreciate your support to the channel, guys. If you can open account in IC Markets using the link provided in the description, you will need IC Markets enabled to enjoy this strategy. I mean, look at the spread. That is exactly what we're looking for. Barely 1 pip of the spread. And of course, I mean, even the highest one at all is the pound NZD with just 3 or 2.5 pips. That is the highest of all. Meanwhile, of course, we don't look at the crypto. As we can see right here, the gold, even the gold is only less than 1 pip. The other pairs maximum 1.7, 1.3, and meanwhile the others are actually less than a pip. USD pairs are actually flat 0 pips. That is fantastic if you want to make some decent profits using this strategy. However, I hope this video has explained to you the basic of my new strategy, and of course I will see you later in more live trading videos using this strategy on the live account. So until then, I hope that is informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.